I did it! I survived the fall sickness! I guess that's a thing. I don't know. I randomly got sick, and then I had a whole week where I couldn't produce nothing. But I'm back. It's all good. Everything's cured now, and it's time to talk about some movies. Right away we have Cars Toons. Cars Toon. Like cartoon, but it's Cars Toon. Mater's Tall Tales. So these were a bunch of shorts that they released. Mostly I think they were showing up on Disney Channel. They might have also been on a couple of the different Blu-rays that Pixar released. But yeah, this is basically the entire compilation of everything. Because Cars was such a big franchise, I guess they figured that it'd be a good idea to throw all these into one batch. I never really remembered this Blu-ray even existing. I thought I owned pretty much everything Pixar related. I will probably watch them eventually. I'm not the biggest Cars fan, but I'll give it a shot. Dial M for Murder, which is helping to continue my collection of Alfred Hitchcock movies. And this was released by Warner Brothers. It was actually released in 3D. As you can see, this is the 3D edition. They don't really do 3D Blu-rays much as they used to anyway, but it made sense that for the home format it wasn't going to stick around for too long depending on how the technology worked, and I think it's more meant to be a theatrical experience anyway. This was not one of those cases where the movie was just slapped with 3D on it. No, it actually was filmed in 3D. I did see the movie at one point. I don't really remember much about it just because, like I said, I was doing a big Hitchcock dump at that point. I was trying to see all the big hits. I probably watched them too fast. And since getting that Alfred Hitchcock box set, I've rewatched a lot of them and come to appreciate them even more. But since Dial M for Murder was not in that box set, I'm finally going to get another chance to watch it now. Romancing the Stone, which was the last movie Robert Zemeckis made before he made Back to the Future. And they were working on Back to the Future at that point. They were writing the script, but they weren't sure if that was even going to get off the ground. But then Romancing the Stone randomly came out and was quite a big success, and it kind of helped to secure the deal for Back to the Future. The movie was already moving along with Steven Spielberg as executive producer, but if this movie hadn't done so successfully, they probably wouldn't have trusted Robert Zemeckis as much with everything and given so much free reign to Steven Spielberg to do what he wants. Flaming Star, which you will be seeing a review of very soon. This is an Elvis movie. It really isn't one of his bigger movies. I don't hear this name dropped a lot. He doesn't really do a lot of music in this one. There's only the 2 songs at the beginning, and then the rest of the movie's played pretty straight, except it has Elvis in the role. It's about a man who is half Native American and half white. So I was kind of expecting, since Elvis plays that character, I thought it would be a little outdated. I thought, oh, this is going to be maybe cringeworthy at times. And it's got those kind of issues, definitely, but surprisingly, the movie is actually pretty good. Elvis gives a really good performance, actually, and a lot of the issues they deal with are done really exceptionally well. Like, for the time, I'm surprised. And then, last but not least, I had heard about this movie a while back, but I kind of forgot about it being in development, and I wasn't sure if it was still a thing or not. I just had heard rumors, but then it was silently released out of nowhere. Scooby-Doo: Return to Zombie Island. This is a sequel to Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island. I used to love that movie. It was a great Scooby-Doo movie in general. I think it's better than even those live-action movies. And I always thought, it's just a good movie. I don't know. It's entertaining. It continues the original series really well. And then they're doing a sequel, and I was like, I'm glad they're kind of going back to that idea. I'm excited to watch it. We'll see what it ends up being like. If it's interesting enough to make a video out of, I will for sure do that. But not too many movies this week. You know, the loads are lessening every day. I mean, come on, I can only buy so many movies, right? No, I need more. Always need more. Can't stop buying. The show will never end. The show goes on! Thanks to all my Patreon supporters. For only $7, you can get your own monthly movie review. Ask me to review anything I haven't already. There's also other perks like blogs, exclusive videos, and early access. You can also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And thanks so much for watching this video.